Hello everyone. In today's video, I will share with you a very interesting tip. Just by using a discarded pill pack and a little baking soda, we can completely make tarnished silver items shine again. First, I took out a pill pack that was almost empty. There was only one pill left. I carefully removed the last pill, and now I had two completely empty pill packs in my hand. These seemingly useless packs will soon become the main ingredient to help the silver shine like new again. Next, I took out a familiar silver necklace. This is an item I often wear every day. After a long time of use and being affected by the environment, sweat and air, the surface of the necklace has clearly tarnished. At first glance, you can see that the silver is no longer shiny. Instead, there are black streaks and oldness. And this silver necklace will be the main character in today's video. Let's try it together. With just a discarded pill pack and a little baking soda, can we make it shine like new again? Now we will start the most important part, polishing the silver. First, I prepared a small clean bowl. Then I peeled off the foil on the blister pack, gently separated each small piece of aluminum, and slowly put it into the bowl. These pieces of aluminum are the important factor that helps the silver polishing reaction take place. Next, I put the tarnished silver necklace in with the aluminum pieces. You can see clearly, the necklace is still quite dark and not shiny. Then I put about 2 tablespoons of baking soda in the bowl. Baking soda helps to polish silver by creating a chemical reaction, removing the tarnish, oxidation, on the silver surface, helping to restore the natural shine of silver jewelry or utensils. This is a cheap ingredient, but has an extremely powerful effect when combined with aluminum and hot water. Next, I pour water into the bowl so that it covers the entire chain and the aluminum pieces. When the water just touches, I use a fork or spoon to stir gently to dissolve the baking soda, and at the same time, help the chain to contact evenly with the aluminum surface. And now, we just need to leave this mixture for about 10 to 20 minutes. During the soaking time, the chemical reaction will take place quietly. Each tarnish on the silver will gradually disappear, and the result will surprise you. After about 10 to 20 minutes of soaking, I took out the necklace to check. At this point, you can see that the silver surface has changed, the tarnish has faded. I used my own hands to directly rub the necklace. The feeling of the small chains rolling in the palm of my hand is quite interesting, and this gentle rubbing also helps to remove the remaining tarnish. Next, I placed the necklace in the palm of my hand, then cupped my hands together and continued to rub it more evenly. Each time I rubbed like that, the surface of the necklace became a little brighter. To increase the effectiveness, I combined rubbing and dropping the necklace back into the bowl of baking soda and aluminum mixture so that the solution could continue to work. Then I picked up the necklace again, continued rubbing, and dropped it into the bowl. I repeated this process several times, creating a loop of soaking and rubbing, helping to thoroughly clean the necklace. After a few minutes of patience, I observed again and saw that the change was very obvious. The previous tarnish had almost disappeared, replaced by a shiny silver shine. To be more sure, I washed the necklace again with clean water. While washing, I rinsed the water and rubbed it thoroughly with my hands to remove all the baking soda that was still on the surface. The smooth feeling of the necklace in my hand was now completely different from the beginning, no longer rough, but much smoother and brighter. Finally, I used a soft tissue to dry it. I gently blotted each link to avoid leaving any remaining water. When the necklace was completely dry, I held it up to the light to observe. The result really surprised me. The necklace had regained its metallic shine, looking sparkling just like when I first bought it. This is a clear demonstration of how effective this little trick is. Once I had completed all the steps, I looked at the necklace again. It was a real difference from the beginning. From a dull, opaque, and black-spotted piece of jewelry, the necklace had now regained its characteristic silver shine. The small links that had previously looked old and dull were now clear and shiny, reflecting the sparkling light every time I turned them gently in my hand. It also felt completely different when I picked it up. The surface was smoother, brighter, and it looked like a new piece of jewelry that had just been polished at the shop. Besides making silver shiny, these seemingly discarded medicine blister packs also have a rather surprising use, which is to help sharpen the blender's blades. First, I prepared a thick glass cup, sturdy enough to withstand the rotational force of the blender. I put the foil part of the medicine blister pack into the cup. Next, I took the handle of the blender and placed it directly into the cup so that the blade touched the foil pieces. When you turn on the machine, you will see the blade rotate quickly, continuously rubbing and colliding with the foil. This friction creates a slight grinding effect, helping to remove dull spots or small burrs on the blade after a period of use. I let the machine operate for a short period of time. Just 1 to 2 minutes is enough. While the machine is running, you can hear the sound of the blade colliding with the foil, proving that the grinding process is taking place. This is a very simple and cost-effective way to make the blade sharper. After turning off the machine and removing the handle, if you look closely, you can see that the blade is shinier, the surface is smoother, and the rough spots are reduced. Thanks to this, when used, the blender will work much more effectively, grinding food more smoothly and quickly, without the feeling of the blade being dull like before. So with just the seemingly discarded medicine blisters, I have performed 2 extremely useful tips. One tip helps the dull silver necklace shine again, looking like it was just bought. And the second tip helps the blender blade become sharper, work more effectively without having to replace it. These methods are all very simple, easy to do at home and inexpensive. Hopefully these 2 little tips will be useful for you in your daily life. If you find the video interesting and valuable, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and especially subscribe to the channel to support me in making more useful tips. Thank you everyone for watching. See you again in the next videos.